Hi, I ran out of propane heat and had the tank refilled, but the furnace is still not working. The red LED light is blinking, which the control panel tells me means flame failure. I tried to clean the flame sensor as best I could, but that did not work. Have tried turning off the furnace switch, waiting 45 seconds, turning on again, still nothing. Is there some sort of reset button I need to push?
Welcome, I will do my best to help you with your issue. It sounds like you still have air in the gas line. Did the burners ignite at any point?
No, they do not.
Okay, did the propane delivery guy purge the air out of the gas line?
I am not sure. It was an emergency delivery at about 1 a.m. this morning.
Did he come into your house and work on your boiler?
No, he did not. Should I try to do that?
Okay, so air in the gas line is the most likely culprit. There are two ways to deal with this: the safe very slow way and the pretty safe quicker way. The safe very slow way is to keep cycling the boiler power off then back on again. This can take a very long time depending on the length of the gas line. You see, only a very small amount of air is discharged with every attempt to light the burners. The somewhat less safe way, only less safe if you aren't comfortable doing this, is to shut off the gas cock at the boiler, then break the union connection on the gas line, then turn the gas back on momentarily. You must do this with no open flames, and you must feel competent to reconnect the gas line.
Okay. So when you say can take a very long time, how long do you mean? Like, hours or days, potentially?
No way to tell how long it will take. You have to keep turning the boiler off, then wait a minute or so, then turn it back on so it recycles and tries again.
Got it.
Hours maybe, days not at all likely.
So in looking at my gas line, is the union the elbow-shaped joint that connects the pipe that comes straight down from the outside to the pipe that goes into the furnace?
Depending on your controller model, the boiler may make several ignition attempts before shutting down, then you have to reboot. If you aren't sure where or how to disconnect the gas line, I wouldn't recommend you try this option.
Haha, okay, I agree. How often can I turn off and restart the furnace?
So you're going to need a lot of patience, or you'll have to call in a pro. You can turn it on and off as many times as it takes. Just be aware that the boiler will usually make at least 3 attempts before it locks out. That is, with most controllers 3 attempts is typical. Then you have to shut it off, wait, then back on again.
It doesn't seem to be locking out. It tries and tries and tries.
If it keeps trying, then you can let it go until it lights. You might have another problem, but given that you just ran out of propane, this is by far the most likely culprit. One other thing: be sure the valve at the propane tank is open.
How do I check that?
Just go to the tank, remove the top, and make sure the valve is turned all the way counterclockwise. Since this was a middle of the night delivery, it's possible the propane guy forgot to turn it back on.
Okay, we'll check that, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does it matter which switch I use to turn off the furnace? There's one on it and one on the wall near the top of the basement stairs.
Doesn't make any difference. But the one at the boiler is probably better, since you can see what's going on.
Okay. When it is working correctly, will the flashing LED light that indicates the flame be solid?
I'd have to double check the boiler specs, but my memory says that yes, the flame LED lights solid when you have ignition. You can also see the burner flame if you remove the front panel and look under the boiler. The control module will light the flame LED once it proves a pilot flame is present.
Just went out to the propane tank. It turned hard, but when it did, it went all the way counterclockwise and heard the sound of gas.
That's a good sign. It sounds like the propane guy fell asleep when he should have remembered to open the valve back up.
How long will it take for the gas to get to the furnace now?
It may still take a while since now you have to get the air out. But at least now the gas is flowing.
Okay, great.
I just let it go until it lights. The manual says it will keep trying after a short delay between attempts.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Already making some different sounds.
If you remove the front panel, it just lifts off. You should be able to see the burner flames if you look under the boiler once the burner is lit.
Yes, I have had it off. No burner flames.
It may take a while.
Okay.
Can you hear a ticking noise? The ticking is the pilot burner generating a spark to light the pilot.
I would call it more of a bizzing. It lasts about 7 to 10 seconds each time it tries to start up. Now there are flames in the burners.
Then you should be all set.
And the light is solid. Thank you. You saved the day and an expensive service call.
My pleasure.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.